This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning into another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. The Knicks advance to the Cup Final. Let's analyze. Going into tonight, I felt like the Knicks had a great chance to advance to the Cup Final for the simple fact that it looked like the last game a few nights ago that the Knicks played, they might have figured some things out. Franz Wagner was not playing due to injury. But we also knew that the Orlando Magic had no answer for one Captain Clutch, Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, who's been averaging over 30 points in the first 3 games against the Orlando Magic, dropped a cool 40 piece on them. Dropped a cool 40 on them, so shout out to El Capitan. But like the last game, El Capitan was not without help. He had his Jalen Brunson and his teammates and super friends came to play as well. You had Karl Anthony Towns, who finally, let me tell you something. We gotta give Cat a lot of credit, man, because first few games against Orlando, he didn't show up, although he was still dropping a double-double or whatever. This game was one of the most impactful ones against Orlando for Cat, in my opinion, and right on time. He played 37 minutes, had 29 points. He was 9 for 11 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 9 for 10 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block, and a thunderous dunk. And you know what? I got to give Cat a lot of credit because Carter seemed to be very, and I went to one of the games against Orlando. And Carter has been kind of like an enforcer for the Orlando Magic this year. So it was good to see Cat, play some bully ball, because quite honestly, they have no answer for Cat. They have no answer for him. And OG Anunoby, another guy who had a great game for 24 points. He was 3 for 4 from 3. 4 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. He was all over the floor. And then Josh Hart, 12 points. Look, listen, the Knicks played well. Mikal Bridges and company, they played well. And off the bench, you got to he only played 16 minutes, but he played a guy who was very impactful, in my opinion, was one Tyler Kolek. Tyler Kolek only had 4 points. But he had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and a key steal. I want to say maybe in the second or third quarter, the Knicks scored, and then he intercepted. He channeled his inner Darrell Revis. He stole the ball, and I think it was he always seems to be finding like Mikal Bridges. I want to say it was to Mikal, but either way, the Knicks. For the most part, this game was really not in question. I think Orlando did go up by a little bit, but the Knicks, a 12-point win, and it never really felt like the game was ever in question, honestly. The only thing I will say is that Jalen Suggs and Jalen Brunson both had 25 points at half. I believe that's what it was, and it seemed like he was going to pretty much mirror and do whatever Brunson did, he was going to try to outdo, and he did a great job. Jalen Suggs did a great job. He would only finish though with 26 points, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. Looks like he definitely did get hurt, that was a important factor for them. So, look, listen, the Knicks now have won 2 in a row against the Orlando Magic. Orlando won the first 2. The Knicks won the 2 that mattered, I guess, especially tonight. So Have the Knicks figured something out? Not quite. I'm not going to say that. Here's why. This game was on Prime, and you saw that there was a comment made. Let me see. I want to say it was, okay. So the game was on Amazon Prime, and Udonis Haslem, as soon as they're about to start the post game, made reference to the fact that Wagner didn't play. And I think he said both. And he said something to the effect of if Wagner plays, the Knicks wouldn't have won the game. Got me thinking. First thing I said was hater, because, Udonis Haslem is a Miami Heat. And, he makes comments like that against the Knicks, which is his right. But that's the same thing that crossed my mind. I didn't say that the Knicks wouldn't have won, but I said the same thing that I said in that last game. Franz Wagner has been a nightmare for the Knicks all season long. His season's not over. He's got an ankle sprain. And look, listen, if the Knicks are going to make some noise and go anywhere and want to reach the NBA Finals, I believe that Orlando is going to have a say. I do. Detroit is right up ahead of the Knicks right now in the East, but I'm not too concerned with them as much as I am with the Orlando Magic. Healthy respect for the Detroit Pistons, but Orlando, if both Wagner brothers are healthy, that's a problem for the Knicks. Now, I will say this, maybe the fact that Karl Anthony Towns can be a headache and can, and score at will. And, that's something so I'm like, all right, if Cat's going to play like this, Wagner or not, and brother, I think Cat can be a headache. But when those two guys play, they play with heart, they play with intensity, and they're just a nightmare all around. The physicality and all around. So, listen, Udonis Haslem was not wrong. It's something that crossed my mind. If those two brothers are healthy, the Wagner brothers, and that's something the Knicks need to consider here. This is a team that maybe not this year, but when those guys are back and healthy, Orlando is going to be a headache. I know that Brunson cannot be stopped, cannot be guarded, but Orlando is going to be a headache. And I'll tell you what, if Orlando can find a three-point shooter who I think unintentionally they might have found one. They might have found one in Richardson. Jace Richardson, he played 8 minutes. He was 2 for 3 from 3. I said, man, Orlando is not really a three-point shooting team. But if they start playing this guy, if they start playing Richardson a little bit, and spread the floor, when they play the Knicks again, and they don't play again. I won't see them again till I guess they split the season series. They're not going to see each other again until the playoffs, right? But when I heard, like I said, Udonis Haslem say that, I didn't say, yeah, the Knicks would have lost, but it piqued my interest and made me think about it because that crossed my mind too. Because I always knew, I'm like, the Wagner boys are not here. Now, Knicks fans will be like, well, we didn't have Deuce. And look, the Knicks are they're balling right now. Offensively, they look great and everything like that. And this is a lineup now. They've played over a year together, the starting lineup and everything like that. And all they do is improve. I believe now this is 5 in a row for the new starting lineup, which is the old starting lineup. But let's, I have healthy respect for the Orlando Magic because, again, they get Franz back, and I forget the other Wagner's brother's name, but man, those guys when they're right, they give the Knicks serious problems, serious problems. So we got to give them much respect. It's what is it? Moritz and France. So listen, and he plays center, so that's a man. They're just a headache. They're just a headache. So, and I believe they both start. So, well, the brother does as well. Mo Wagner. So it is what it is. But Franz will be back. Mo not likely, but Knicks are lucky they're not whole. I'm telling you, because this team is a headache. But maybe maybe that's not the case. Now, by the way, shout out to New York West. I mean, New York traveled, or is that the New Yorkers who live out in Vegas or something like that? I mean, you heard the MVP chants and "Let's go Knicks." That was great. So we're gonna need that same look. The Knicks are gonna need that same energy come Tuesday for them to take it home. But it was great to see the Knicks win. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this Knicks victory, and they get ready to play on Tuesday. Now it's that time. Fernando Mendoza becomes the first Indiana Hoosier to win the Heisman. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Folks, I'm on most social media platforms at SamIAnalyze. Please like, share, subscribe, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, a tutarero.